Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Seth, and today I'm playing a game that I've grown relatively fond of called Clark County. This video is to explain and help new players with getting started with cargo in order to start making profit through transporting cargo to various locations, and with all the details and how to start. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the video and let's get straight into it. The first thing is to obviously get a vehicle first that could hold enough boxes. I brought the third use stickle as it's cheap and it holds a decent amount for starters. This will serve as a temporary car until we get a better one, like a van or something, which I'll go over in the video. So in the current clip playing in the background is the route you want to take in order to get to the port located near Bohan Yard, which is where we're going to buy the cargo. Now, while this clip is playing in the background, I'm going to explain a few things regarding the port that are important for you before you even get there. So, it's important that you understand that the route I'm currently taking goes straight to the port. Sometimes the entrance I take is blocked off by the port authority, so they could enforce their checkpoint, but if that happens, just find another way inside. So, understand that cargo is a grind, alright? You have to do this over and over and over, alright? Another big tip I have to give to those that are new to cargo is to understand that there is still a high risk of being killed or having your car blown up while doing cargo. Alright? And sometimes people might just flip your car over for no reason and now you have to respawn it and walk 300 miles over to the next city with a spawner. So be prepared for basically anything that may come your way. The only suggestion I could give here is just drive legally so then you don't have the cops on you as well, because that's the last thing you need is a record, because in this game that's kind of detrimental. Obviously I would know. Other than that, we're about to head over to the port, and yeah, just make sure you understand my route as it's somewhat fast. The game's rendering is kind of bad. The only reason you can't see it in the video right now is because the server is somewhat small. But if you're curious what the port looks like, it looks like this. The picture's on the screen right now. And understand that as you do cargo early game, you'll want to hold more within your car. And soon enough, within the video, we'll get into the easy process of getting a CDL and then buying a van with it. So, something I forgot to mention is the countdown right next to Alamo Forge is a countdown on how long till the cargo fully restocks, and this applies to all cargo, by the way, so hopefully that's useful. So as we move up to the port, once again remember to legally drive in there so you don't instantly get pulled over and then put in jail. But I'm going to park in front of the garages, then give a brief explanation about the cargo and explaining where you drop it off and how much you could make from each of them. So, as we pull up to the port, we can already see 4 garages. There's Alamo Forge, Maypac, MedLive, and Petrol. Each of these have their own specific drop-off areas and profits from it. So, starting off with the Alamo Forge, this is somewhat unique cargo as it's the only cargo that requires a weapons license in order to buy its cargo. Here we have legal ammunition and legal firearm parts. So, in order to sell this cargo, you have to travel to Murcia where you'll find Freedom Firearms. And after we sold the legal ammunition, which we brought for 750, we gained 925 back, which would make the profit only 225. And when we bought the firearm parts for 1,000 and sold it, it gave us back 1,300, which means the profit sits at 300. So far, this has become the new most unpopular cargo to transport. Hopefully it changes in the coming updates. Next up is Maypac Distribution, which lets us purchase a box of consumer goods for $500. The location to sell this is at the Cube Mart at Murcia, specifically in the back where the shelves are. After selling the box, I gained $650, which means the profit was $150. I'm not gonna lie, out of every single one, I think this is gonna take the worst one ever. So next up we have MedLive, which sells us a crate of medical goods. Now, these can be sold at the hospital located in Ross's Point at the reception desk at the left of the building. We bought this for 1,250, and upon selling it, we gained 1,563, which means our profit for MedLive is $313. Last but not least, we get over to Petrol, which sells us a crate of oil. Now, there's a unique part of this, and that is the fact that it could be sold at any gas station. But for the purpose of showing the most profit that we can make out of oil, we're going to be selling it at the Woodsbury gas. Now, just so you guys have a sense of direction, Woodsbury is the little town right next to Murcia. You can't really miss it. Other than that, we brought the oil for 1.5k and it sold at Woodsbury for 2k. Alright, we got a profit of 500, which means this is the most profitable cargo in the whole game so far. So now we get to a point in the video where I have to explain what a CDL is and where to buy it and what to do with it. A CDL stands for Commercial Driver's License, and this lets us buy some useful vehicles such as the van, which can hold up to 10 boxes of any cargo and allows us to purchase from Bloxwell's truck sales, which is where we got our van in the first place. So in order to get a CDL, you have to travel slightly outside of Murcia where you'll find the state's police station. And upon entering, you can find a prompt where it lets you buy the CDL. Upon buying it, you can start heading over to Bohan Yards, where Bloxwell Truck Sales is located. So the reason we need the CDL once again is because we can't buy any commercial vehicles without it, as it's literally locked behind the license itself. After you bought the license, you need to go over to Bohan Yards and go over to Bloxwell's Truck Sales, which is right next to the port. It's pretty hard to miss. But after you come over here with your CDL, you should be able to buy various amounts of commercial vehicles. Now that we got the CDL, you want to try to buy the van, which costs $14,000, holding 500 weight. And later on, as you continue moving up and up, you might want to invest into a box loader, which holds up to 20 boxes. If you feel like you could do it, you could also buy the trailer for $52,000, which holds up to 30 boxes, and basically just continue on your day with doing cargo. So something important to go over so you don't run into any trouble while doing cargo is to understand what Port Authority is. So these guys are basically officers of the port, and they can control it, lock it down, whatever they want, and they could also search your van whenever they want. And if you're breaking any laws while doing cargo, they could also arrest you or blacklist you from the port if needed. So it's best you try to keep yourself on your best behavior while doing cargo or being inside the port. So we're at the end of this video. Hopefully I didn't miss out on any details. And understand this game has consistent updates, so this video could be outdated in the near future. I put a lot of effort into making this video, so if you could give it a like and subscribe, that would be very much appreciated. Other than that, I hope from this video you could get started on your journey on doing cargo runs in Clark County. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Peace.